Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get it. Let's go. Let them know that I am live. Oh, it's clearing. Oh, trade cleared. See? All right. Today I'm going over my strategy, which is the first flat top, is what that one is called. I'm waiting for the new entry. One second. One second. A lot of people are asking me questions right now. I can't answer them. Good morning. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. I don't know where I put it. Oh. All right, there's that pullback I want to see. There's the pullback I want to see. No, ma'am. I'm teaching a class. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am going to be going over my strategy, flat tops, this morning. Flat tops, flat tops, flat tops. It's been working well. You got to follow the rules. So I'm going to go over the rules. I'm not going to be on long. Um, I've already cleared. I'm kind of done. But I am going to go over the rules for this strategy. Okay. Please go ahead and let me know if you can hear me by typing in the comments, and we will go ahead and get started. This is my futures chart. Maybe later today or tomorrow, I'll put up my futures and my Forex chart at the same time. Okay, so look at this. Come on now. This is beautiful. This was just a amazing drop on gold. Those of you new to the community, welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, we trade gold. Trading gold is my thing. It's my passion. It's paid me the most. So I kind of stick to gold. I do trade indices, but gold has really been good to me. Okay. And the thing I like about gold is that it has patterns, and the patterns repeat, 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 repeat. So if you learn the pattern, and it's not deep, it's KG patterns. If you learn the patterns, you'll be a happy person. Okay. So what gold does on the left, it's going to do on the right. Okay. So I trade with these two EMAs. I don't give out my EMAs and all that extra stuff people be asking me on my live stream. You have to be in my private community to get that information. All right. But yeah, I love this. So I like to wait for flat tops on these candles. Now, another thing, you can get all these links in my bio if you don't have them, to save you some time. The first thing I do before I trade ever is I go to finviz.com. Link is in the bio. And I look to see what color gold is. So as you can see, gold is very red. Okay. And we know that red means sell, blue means buy. Keep it KG. All right. Then I'm going to go over here to the 15-minute chart, and I'm looking for a candle. Ooh, y'all, what we got on the 15-minute chart? I'm about to trade. I'm supposed to be done. But look here. We got that fresh EMA cross here. And here is our candle right here, okay? And it has a flat top. And that's what I mean when you hear me saying first flat top. This is our first flat top underneath that EMA. I feel very good about this for the sale. So I'm only looking for sales, okay? So I'm just making my analysis. I call it zones. I'm looking for zones where I'm going to get in these trades. Good morning, good morning, good morning, okay? So 15-minute, what's the first thing you do? Step one, FinViz. What is the color? Okay, this is for people who are new to trading. You can use this strategy on Forex. You can use it on futures. You can use it on indices. You can use it on pairs. It doesn't matter. Trust me. It doesn't matter. This chart will give you your Forex pairs as well. Okay, it'll give you your currency, US dollar, euro, all that good stuff. They got a Forex one at the top. But nevertheless, look, this is basically your currency strength meter. So when this is red, I'm only looking to trade for the sale. If it's going to turn green, that's fine, but it's got to go black before it turns green. Capiche? Then I'm going to go over step 2 to the 15-minute chart. Okay, beginners, you listening? You following me? Step 2, 15-minute chart, and I'm checking out this candle. I do not trade dojis. Dojis are no. Okay, so then we got our flat top. All right. And then that tells me that this is solid. This is a good sale. Respect the time on here. I got 3 minutes on this candle. Another candle is going to come out. Okay. So expect something different. If it's not another flat top, I'm going to respect that. Does that make sense? All right. Also check your news. What's today? Monday. Right? It is Monday. I don't know the days of the week. Forgive me. Because this should be grayed out. Why is it still colored? It looks like that's next week. Or is that this week? No, it's today's the 17th. Yeah. All right. It's some news tonight. I don't have anything to worry about. Remember your red folders. The market is going to be extremely volatile. Your yellow folders, it's all right. Orange folders is moderate. Okay. Any questions about that before I move on? All right. So now look like we're getting ready to get a fresh EMA cross on a buy. Okay. And I'm all for that, but I'm not looking for any buys right now. Buys are not my zone right now. My only zone is sales. If you're a new trader, stick to the rules, stick to the rules, stick to the rules, stick to the rules, because I don't trade just to be trading. I trade for my accuracy, right? Because the more you are accurate, the higher your probability. Okay. So step 1, we're going to futures. All right. Step 2, we're going to the 15-minute chart. We're looking at that candle. Is it a flat top or is it a flat bottom for the buy? Whatever it is on that 15-minute chart, that's what we're looking to do. We're checking the time. This candle has 2 minutes left, so I got to come back. All right. I got a fresh cross here for the EMA. I could really care less. And I could care less because FinViz has already told me that this market is selling. Okay. So I'm not even going to play with any buys right now. Now, in addition to that, I have a banking scanner. All right. I have about 4 screens right now. And I got a banking scanner on one. And I'm paying attention to my banking scanner. And I'm looking at the momentum, the directions. Okay. That the market is going in and how strong. So it's showing me the buy momentum, but the buy momentum is very weak. So I'm not even looking at buy zones until it breaks out in a different direction. Any questions about that? One second. I need to fix something on here. Oh, no, it's on here, huh? Okay, those of you who had a banking scanner, there's not even a zone out there right now, y'all. Like, it's not, there ain't even no resistance. Let me look on a higher time frame. Because that means, okay, it's spiking on the 15-minute. Let's see what this does in 1 minute, right? Because there's a little bit of resistance where the market is right now. So the market really needs to push, and it's 1 minute before the top of the hour. So we should be seeing a push momentarily, okay? All right, and it's like stalling out because we got 42 seconds. All right, so let's let's wait and see. Be anxious for nothing is always the name of the game. All right, we got dojis. We got 20 seconds left. All right, we got some dojis. We're gonna let it do what it do, right? We're anxious. We're not anxious. We don't really care about that. I don't believe that this has enough momentum to buy up unless we have some amazing news that's gonna push it all the way up, and it would need to go to like 23.20. All right. So here's our next red candle. It still has a flat top, right? But this is where the market was. Always make sure you have a horizontal line. I'm just moving these horizontal lines underneath the candles so that I can see, did the market push through or did the market pull back? So based on our previous candle, the market was here and then the market pulled back, right? So now I'm going to adjust my candle and move it here. Okay, this chart is on the 15-minute on gold, and this chart is on the 1-minute on gold. Any questions about that? Are we all moving in the right direction? Okay, so again, we're waiting for our zones to be very clear if the market is going to buy up or if the market is going to sell down. We got a nice little EMA cross here for the buy. Okay, when the market is above on the purple line, then it's looking to buy. All right, those of you who are new to futures, I like futures because futures is just real simple to me. I don't want to count all my ticks and do all that stuff. Or you could do your pending order. You could do a pending order on futures as well. But when you're doing your pending orders on futures, you're just going to click your screen. Somebody asked that earlier. And you make sure you have it where you want it and then click it. And then you literally press sell or buy. Somebody else was asking, it was it Trade Locker? It's in the bottom corner and it says pending order. And so you're going to click that as well. Okay. So we're getting a little momentum up. The bank is saying, you got some good momentum for a buy, right? But we know that overall momentum is still sell. And if it pulls up, that's fine. We're going to wait for a doji. Okay. We want to see how far is this going to go. I typically tell people when you get dojis and stuff like this, allow it to give you 4 good candles. And then once you have your 4 good candles, then you should be able to see, is it going to continue to move or is it going to come down? Okay. So that is what you're going to wait to see. Again, on futures, you are deciding if you're trading a dollar amount or a tick amount. Ticks are similar to pips, if that makes any sense, if you're used to Forex. So right now I'm trading 4 ticks, right? Or I can choose any of these different amounts that I've already set my ATM to. And ATM just means money. Okay. So you can either set it to ticks, which are parallel to pips, or you can set just a straight dollar amount that you want to make on one trade. Okay. So just remember with futures, you really are not trying to deal with the pullback. And so that's why with futures, I really trade EMAs in the banking scanner because I want to get in and I want to get out. And if this market is ready to buy back up, I'm 100% for it. I ain't got no problem with that. Okay. Because we know that it needs to come all the way back up here, right? What did I tell you? 1, 2, 3, 4 on those candles, and then you should begin to see your reversal. Okay. I love gold because the patterns are pretty consistent. Okay. So again, here's our doji. And so now what we're going to wait to see is if we're going to get another flat bottom or if it's going to give us a flat top and begin to sail down. And then another thing you probably want to do is mark your low. So I'm going to put a horizontal line here and mark my low right here. I'm going to make it red just so that I know that this is the bottom of the sell zone for me. Because I'm not really trying to get any trades down here. I'm not trying to get any trades down here until it opens and closes beneath this zone, right? This is as low as it has gone, and I would like to see it open and close underneath there. Does that make sense? Okay, so here we have it. We got a doji, and now we do have a flat bottom, and we want to see, well, is the market going to continue to push up? All right, so I'm going to put my line here, and we'll know momentarily, are we buying all the way back up here? All right. So we have to wait and we have to see. Any questions? Everybody knows how to set your ATMs up. You should be good there. Let me see. One second. You can type your questions in the chat and I will answer them for you. Okay, so we see that this momentum here is getting weaker and this momentum here is getting stronger, right? So this thing is looking like it's going to do what? It's going to push up, okay? And then your waves on your banking scanner, they should begin to turn blue. You should see the waves. They should be turning blue, all right? So that's a nice little push up. Now, let's say we decided we were going to get in this trade when the EMA crossed, okay? We would be looking at this with our scanner, and then we would probably be looking to get in right about here. All right. Here, you would have cleared on your trade. The market would have reset here. Whenever you see a doji, that is a reset. So we let it reset, and then you can get in again right about in here. And that's what I call first flat top, first flat bottom. But if this momentum pulls all the way back on you on the buy, just remember that that candle on the 15-minute chart is red, okay? So you could go both ways if you want to, but your safer option is going to be to trade the color on the 15-minute chart. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions? One second. All right, so now we're getting another red, all right, and we won't believe that it's ready to sell back down until it opens and closes down here. I hope that makes sense. Why is that doing that? Oh, okay, there we go. Talk to me. Are you able to keep up? Does that make sense? You can scout both ways if you want to, or you can just go in the direction of the market. But the market is going to push and pull, and we know that. It always does that. It always pushes and pulls both ways. But for those of you who are newer, I highly recommend that you remain safe and trade the direction of the market. If this gives us a doji and a blue candle, then cool. We will continue to do that. And then continue to check FinViz, right? And I always refresh FinViz. Yeah, that's going to take a lot to change that. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to take a lot to pull that back. And that's not something that happens like in a couple of minutes. Okay. So we got some dojis here. The RSI is really high, but we're doing pretty good. Now, my only thing is on your banking scanner, if that other wave turns blue, then it's definitely got some very strong buy momentum. Okay. So we want to be very mindful of that. All right. We want to be very mindful of that. Okay, so there we are with our doji. And again, this is pulling away from my green line. So we see that. So 9 times out of 10, if this market, and it's just the beginning of the hour, if this market does not push down hard, then it's not going to. Does that make sense? All right. So here is another flat bottom. This would be a doji, 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 and then a reset on that flat bottom. Let me see. Where is this one at? Oh, okay. I have too many screens up. Forgive me. Let me see what that does. That turned into a doji. So, yeah, I'm good. That turned into a doji. Did y'all see? Turned into a doji. So we wait, right? Be anxious, be anxious, be anxious for nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Okay. So let's go with this strategy again, because it's just giving us a doji, right? I'm cool on that. And then you do have to watch your timing. When you start getting a lot of dojis, that typically means a reversal is coming, right? So that's why I would be extremely mindful of that. So again, what does it say on the 15-minute chart? 15-minute chart is giving us a red candle with a flat top, okay? Then we drop down to the 1-minute chart. We know that the momentum is here is getting weak. We do need this market to push a little bit more for a stronger sale. But here's your EMA cross on the buy. You did have a flat bottom here, but that isn't where you got in because these dojis is horrible. right? So I would be looking at this zone right about here when I got that flat bottom. Okay. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know, because this market's overall direction is for the sale. Now, on both of my scanners, one is saying if we push through this next area of resistance, then we're getting ready to get a push down on the sale. Okay. So I'm going to be mindful of that. On my banking scanner, the fractals are very, very light for the buy. So that means that the momentum for the buy is not strong enough. Now, those of you who are new, like I said, what it does on the left, it's going to do on the right. When the market is doing things like this was an incredible drop down for the sale. And now it has to go get some gas, right? It's like driving a long distance. And now the market is going to get some gas so that it can reset and push back down. All right. So here we go. It's pushing here, but we're not convinced because we want to see the EMA cross and we want to see the flat top. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Just reading my messages. All right. So it's the market is holding itself right here. So that's pretty good. And we got some red dots and we got a few plus signs, right? So let's see. And then we want to see if it's going to push through here. And oh, if it does, darling, if it does, then we can celebrate good times. Come on. Because it is going to be ready. And that's all we want, is for it to be ready. Okay. What time is it? Oh, I need to pay attention. I do have a meeting. All right. We're waiting. We got a dot. I want to see that EMA come down. Down, 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 down. Okay. What is that one? Okay, so we're getting momentum, right? But it's moving slow. It's very light momentum. It's very light momentum. I'm not in love with any of it, okay? But it is pushing through our little green line where it was before. So we do want to see this continue to up, give us another push down. It wicked down. Looks like we got a little bit of momentum here. Let me see what you're doing over here. Yeah, it's a little bit. Okay. But that top is definitely flat, but your EMAs didn't cross, right? So with this strategy, and as I'm looking for these different zones, I'm definitely looking for my flat top, and I'm definitely looking for my EMAs to cross. Okay. So those are the zones I'm looking for. I want to see my EMAs cross before that. I believe that this is going to sell, right? If not, I don't be anxious for nothing, because this thing could literally just be getting gas right now, right? Doesn't mean it's ready. It could just simply be getting gas. So we want to see underneath here what is getting ready to happen. Okay. So we got another one that has come into play. It's doing the same thing over here. The banking scanner is saying that we've got some strong momentum right now for a sale. Okay. And our EMAs are doing what they do, right? We're switching back over to red waves. You have 40 seconds. That candle is pulling back. So let's put our horizontal line as we analyze the zone. Put our horizontal line underneath that candle. What did I tell you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we should be looking for what it just did right now, the reverse. It's like clockwork over and over again. We're looking for the reverse, right? And so now we got a reverse, and we want to see, okay, are you going to push up, or is it going to open and close underneath this area? If it open and closes underneath this area, then the EMAs are going to cross. And that is what I mean by first flat top. I hope that's making some sense to somebody and giving you a little bit more clarity. Okay. If not, and this thing just wants to play on these zones, goodness gracious. Let me see. It's going to irritate me. All right, let's see. We know we got to have our pullback here, right? We knew we were going to have it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pull it back. We knew that that was going to happen. So let's see what that's going to do. Why is this purple like that? Oh, because of how that is. Let me see if I do that. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so now it's pushing again. And let's see how far up it's going to go this time. And then, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 lines here. I like to trade at this time. I really like 10 a.m. Eastern. You got a little bit more movement at 10 a.m. Eastern. The market is going to kind of be on chill mode right now. But yeah, let's see what it does. Let's see if it crosses here. Why don't I know where the line is? This thing is not, this is doing something weird. Where is your resistance area? Oh, it's just a little higher up, but it's playing in this zone. So we should be getting a box any minute now with the banking scanner and technology. And then it has a nice little plus here. And then these EMAs are probably going to cross. If we get one more, we got 12 seconds. 12 seconds. And then we definitely, if it does that, we should have a doji on the 15-minute, okay? Which is telling us, okay, cool, now it's ready for a reversal. Does that make sense to you? All right, that momentum is there, but it just needs a little bit more of a push. And there is a plus sign on your other scanner, which is actually giving us a doji, and I don't like that. The momentum on the buy is weak. The momentum on the buy needs to increase. Right now, it is very weak. All right. So we need that momentum on that buy to pick up just a little bit more before we can analyze that zone. This is pushing through nicely, but again, I don't want this up here. So I definitely want to see that move out of the way so that it can continue to press. Any questions? All right, that's acting like it wants to do what it does. All right, it moved it out of the way. I want to see it move it out of the way here. Very good. I want to see that pull back just a little bit. Okay, I just want to see it pull back a little bit. All right, I'm in 2 accounts. I don't want to be in this account on this one. Switch this one. All right, so we're watching this one right here. And so if this is going to move all the way up, right, what it does on the left, guys, it's going to do on the right all day long. So right about here, if it's going to continue to push, but it would need to open and close above this area. Questions? This one, you're in. No questions? You guys are good? These want to be in 2 days. See, and so now it's like stalling out on us. We got 47 seconds. Oh no, it created another candle with a flat bottom. Okay. But the momentum is so weak right now. It's giving me a headache. Because it needs to, but there's strong momentum on the buy right now. But it's just it needs to move a little bit more to give us a little bit more life to analyze that zone. Okay. But it's just moving. It's definitely moving at a snail's pace. Question. If you got a question, please type it in the comments. All right. That was a good push. Order field. I've cleared. I'm done. Okay. Let's see this one. We know it's going to pull back. And that's the thing about futures. I'm not interested in being in no trade forever. With futures, you got to get in and you got to get out, right? If you're a beginner and you're doing a 90-day summer challenge, then you would be done, right? You would have did your trade, Kalash, you're done. You can go on with your life. All right. Now we know our 1, 2, 3, 4 rule that this has to pull back, which is what we want to see it do. We want to see it pull back or, at least give us some kind of doji or a little bitty candle or something. before we, were to analyze the next zone, is what I will say. Okay. There's my green drink. That momentum is good. I got a fresh cross. What time frame is this? All right, this one is giving me a fresh cross at RSI is high.
Order filled.
All right. All right. Questions. Y'all gotta talk to me. Is there a 200 EMA on here? Nope, it wouldn't be helpful. I'm not using 200. That's a different strategy. For this strategy, I'm not. No. That's a different strategy. When I add the 200, I'm using the 50 and the 200, and you can actually count the points in between. But for futures, I don't want to be in a trade to the 200, right? I don't. With futures, I want to be in and out. I want those quick EMA crosses that's going to tell me the momentum. Like this market is going to push up, right? Not push up and hold. I just want it to push up and pay me so that I can go on with my life. I hope that makes sense. But that's a good question. But we do a strategy that's called three fingers with the pit master, and we use the 50 and the 200 and one more EMA. All right. But for this strategy, it's a simple scalp. And you want to keep it simple because you want it to be in and out, and you definitely only want to hear the words order filled on futures. On Forex, that's different, right? Forex, you can hold your trades longer, but futures, you don't have time for that. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting the wrong screen for you guys. But that is an excellent question. Okay. So let me put my line here. I want to see the market push through here. This market has pushed all the way up, right? So I need a doji. I want a doji. I want some pullback, and I want to pull up again after it pulls back. Now, I do use the DeLorean EMA, and the 200 is on there. And so just depending on the strategy, I will make that visible when I'm using that strategy. But I particularly use 200 when I'm trading Forex. I hope that helps. Or US 30, definitely on indices. Okay, here's that pullback again that I told you all that I was waiting for. So there's the pullback. I love to see the pullback and then the reset, right? And even if it pulls back like this, I could care less. I'm not going to be anxious. I'm not going to stress because this market is moving up at this point. We will not believe that it's going to continue to move up until it opens and closes above here. And then we can go back to the 15-minute chart. What color is the 15-minute chart? I'm trying to tell y'all this thing will not lie to you, okay? 15-minute chart is blue. Now, of course, your FinViz is still going to be red. It may be becoming a darker red, but this is just for a scalp, okay? So this is blue right now because we have strong buy momentum. Let's continue to pull back here, and then we can see where this is going to go. Okay. We're starting to develop a flat bottom on my other chart. Let me look at your banks and see what they're doing. Your banks are chilling right now. It's almost lunchtime. What is going on in Cali? No, it's not lunchtime on the East Coast, is it? Your banks are resting right now. So we've got some pullback movement happening, which is fine. We want it to pull back, and then we want the banks to move in the direction of a buy. We want strong buy momentum. Okay. All right. So that's going to pull back. Again, those of you who are new to futures, welcome. With futures, you're just pressing one button. You can do, people keep asking me, can you do a pending order on futures? You absolutely can do a pending order on futures. With futures, I like to mark my zone. So why this is pulling back, let's do that really quickly. When I'm marking zones, and I do the same thing for futures and Forex, I'm just looking for where did the market consolidate? And if the market consolidated like right here, right here. Well, that's I'm gonna take my pending order. Okay. When I'm scalping gold, I'm not trying to overdo it. So right in here, I'm looking for where's the market going directly through my lines. Okay. So I'm gonna change this to blue. And I'm going to make some adjustments here. Okay. So now I want to make sure that the candles are going through the top and the bottom. That's at 319. You know, I don't do 0.66. I'm not interested in that. That was 319. So yeah. So now I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to put it here and I'm cool with this. The majority of these candles are going through the top and the bottom. Okay. So that is how I am able to create pending orders just by looking at areas of consolidation. I could do the bottom, you could do the middle, or you could do the top, wherever you feel comfortable. Like, no, it looks like it's passing through this area consistently is where I want to be. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to do one more on that. Where's this market right now on my broker? And then I always make sure that my broker is aligned. And if your broker is not aligned, then you need to make sure you make those adjustments. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, we're starting to get a doji. All right, so that's going to be one area that I'm going to be looking. I'm still paying attention here. And then over here, where's my next area of consolidation? It's going to be right about in here where the market is moving sideways. So I'm going to put my line right here. Ooh, look, that was 0.5 on exactly perfect. So these are the zones that I'm going to be watching to see if the market is moving in this area. And then I'm going to stretch this out. That market is coming down just a little bit more. Okay. I like it a little bit more here. Let's see. Take that down to 23.
I'm cool.
To 24. Yeah. Okay. I like that zone better. Is where I'm going to be watching to see if the market comes through that zone. Okay. And so that's how I'm able to identify, okay, is the market going to push through here consistently? I could move this up a little bit more, but I only like to move in like 0.5 or 0.0. It depends on what you're looking at, but 9 times out of 10, yes. Yeah, the RSI is not really that high right now. My RSI is set between 30 and 70. So the RSI right now is at the 50, right? And so it's going to be super high once it gets to the 70. But again, this is gold. Gold will be super high in the RSI. So it really depends on what you're trading. Gold goes beyond the RSI. So I don't really stress that. It looks like we're getting our, let's look, flat bottom here, right? So with this, ooh, it's pulling back. This is my doji out on us, but it's starting to give us that flat bottom. We do have a plus at the top. And so we do want to wait and see if the market is going to push through this plus sign right here. Okay. I hope that makes sense. All right. And the momentum just keeps getting weaker and weaker. You would think they're on a lunch break, but that's why I like to do 10 o'clock. What time is it on the East Coast? Noon? Yeah. I would rather do 10 o'clock my time, which is 2 the majority of your times, than right now because this is going to get on my nerves. I need to mark it to consistently moving this.
After your work.
Oh, nice try, Nate. Go ask your dad. See, oh, all right, there we go. We got what we need. Go ask your dad.
My dad's outside.
Okay. I want to see if this is going to turn into a flat bottom.
Instead, oh, yay.
This is a nice little push here. Okay. And I just want to see a flat bottom. I've got my zones on Forex. I am going to go ahead and set those up. Oh, that's a good push, y'all. Why? It's a good push because a flat bottom. Get down. No, ma'am. Don't do that. Excuse me. All right. This is a good push because it's a flat bottom here. And we just want to see it go up a little bit more. Okay. Then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put these in my Forex account. Because this thing is going to move. And then we should be getting, and then remember, we're still toggling back and forth on the 15-minute chart, right? We want to see, we got 14 minutes. Ooh, that gave us a nasty doji. I don't like those dojis on the 15-minute chart. Okay, it is blue, but if that momentum pulls back, then 9 times out of 10 it's going to continue to sell. Okay. So let's see, even before it sells, it's got to shoot up and come back down. All right, that's my time for today. I will be on later on. But if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat before we hop off. And we'll connect later. Those of you who are focusing on your targets, please stick to your target. Do not overtrade. The market is moving super slow right now, so it's annoying to me and frustrating. And I have to go into a meeting shortly. But it is going to pick up in about 30 minutes. It will be a little bit more consistent. 10 a.m. for those of you on the West Coast, 11 a.m. With gold, okay? It's just kind of doing that slow creep here. But if this 15 minutes stays looking like this, if this does not push up and give us that flat bottom, I don't trust it at all. At all. It's getting ready to push to our plus sign. So it is, but it's like a slow creep, right? It was creating those higher highs and then it did this. So it's like this one needs to go higher because it's pulling back. And I just really wanted to bust through our plus sign. Of course, you guys know I wanted to do that. Let me see here. Yeah. And then the EMAs, we're getting ready to get another fresh EMA cross on the buy. So we want to see that EMA cross and we want to see that flat bottom. On your banking scanner, your banks are in right now for the buy. So there is good buy momentum, but we need it to continue. Yeah. All right, everybody. I will see you when I hop back on later on. Those of you in my private community, please check the schedule for your official training sessions. That is where you want to go for training. This is just kind of scalping. Order filled. Order filled. It's a beautiful thing. All my trades cleared while talking to all of you guys. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Check the chat. Send questions in the private community. Have an amazing day. Bye. Don't you love those flat bottoms and those flat tops? Yes. Look, there's your fresh EMA cross. There it is right now. Bye.
Is this expensive?
Oh, child.
Is this expensive?
We're not buying any more games on there in the bad pay.
One more.
Mommy just said
One
no.
more, please.